Hello, Mirepoix Mix. Welcome back to another episode where we talk shop and showcase what we have in our own backyard. I am your host, Mike Element. Joining me on the pod today, he is a chef, a business owner, and a culinary traveler. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Chef Anthony Walsh of Heritage Pantry, located at 144 King Street West here in Dundas.
How you doing, Mike? How are you?
Good. Thank you for coming on to the pod to talk about your industry, life, how it started, and what keeps you going in it.
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you for coming on. So, more the merrier, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So, how did your journey start into a chef? Was it something that you always wanted to be growing up, or was it kind of like what hooked you and went for it?
I mean, I don't necessarily think it was always something that I wanted to do at a very early age. However, I would say that I've been in the industry from a very early age. Part of my mum's family are big into the hospitality industry, hotels, pubs, and that sort of stuff. So I grew up in it in that sense. But later in life, as I got 13 and 14, taking a part-time job, the local pub, of course. And then slowly escalating into the kitchen, and then over a period of time ended up doing my apprenticeship at that restaurant.
Oh, they took you on.
Yeah,
Did they see a little something that were like, hey,
so.
this kid's got something?
I think so. Who knows? I mean, I think at that period I was sort of doing dishes upstairs in the restaurant, and then I was working down at the bar. So it's a bit of doing a bit of everything. But there was a period of time when I was about 16 or 17, I think, working in that environment, and just seeing the chaotic scenes in the kitchen. I'm like, I freaking love this. This is where I want to be.
It's controlled chaos.
100%.
But yet you can swear, you can throw shit, you can do whatever you want, and they're not leaving. It's like,
well, this is it. You're sort of looking at that and you're going, this is definitely where I need to be, at least for now.
Like, shit, if anybody threw something at me, I'd be at the door. Not in this industry. You're like, oh shit, sorry chef, let me do better.
Exactly.
It's the complete opposite.
I think that kitchen in particular had such an effect on me. Like, it was a fully French kitchen. I was the only English-speaking kid in that kitchen. So they obviously saw something. They took me on board. As I said, I ended up working there for 4 or 5 years.
So where did the journey start?
I started in the
geographical.
So in Naas, County Kildare to be exact, which is about 45 minutes just outside Dublin. In a restaurant called Les Olives. It was a French restaurant owned by a chef called Olivier Paulin-Valery. He was a sous chef at the famous Le Gavroche restaurant in London, owned by Michel and Albert Roux, which was recently closed a couple of years ago, 2 Michelin star restaurant. But a lot of guys would have went through that kitchen, folks like Marco Pierre White, Raymond Blanc, Gordon Ramsay, all these guys would have trained there at certain times. So when he came opening up that place in Naas, it was such a huge deal, right? This guy coming from France and coming from such a big restaurant in London to this small town in Ireland.
Yeah, why would he choose that? Like,
he married a girl from the town.
Oh.
She was a waitress at the restaurant.
Like, who goes from France? Like, yeah, it's great, like cultural, but like going from like the culinary French scene that it is to Dublin, but bringing that roots there really. I guess that's why you said people got excited
100%.
to have a cuisine that.
Well, I think at that time
more
as
than
well. Yeah, 100%. But at that time too, you got to remember this is sort of late 90s. That sort of high-end culinary scene is just starting to creep into Ireland at that time. We're becoming more involved in our own produce. Chefs are getting more interested in local farmers. So there's that sort of farm to table thing starting to happen there. And I think chefs like him at that time were sort of the breadwinners in that. Along with some other local guys in the area. But for me, at least at that age, he was such a huge influence on me, and I still keep in contact with him today, in fact.
Gee, that's incredible.
It really is, yeah.
With today's technology too, it's like you can Instagram, you can post anything you want. Instead of like just picking up the phone and talking to them, you can actually show them what you've created. And I know we were sitting behind your beautiful food stall here.
Thank you.
It's got such an amazing array of different foods. You got your lamb, your tenderloin, your chicken, your salmon,
Yeah, it's quite a
and
bit.
some braised red cabbage right back from the old country.
Yeah, I brought it in my boot.
After you're drinking all those beers,
Yeah.
finally landed.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's how you started as a dishwasher.
Yeah, and then slowly progressed, obviously, as I said, took the apprenticeship after high school. Obviously was in college, and then sort of a day release thing into college over a 4-year period. And then once that finished, then it was time to move on. So we ended up going off to take a little trip to London. My chef at the time, Olivier, set me up with a place to go and work at in London. Worked at a couple of places there, and then
How old were you when that happened?
I was probably in my early 20s at that time, 20.
Still unsettled, just
Yeah.
kind of living your own
Very
life.
scary, very, very. If I'm being honest, like it was very, it was a tough time. Like I knew freaking nobody. I had some family and stuff in London, so like I knew.
Yeah, but how often do you see them in distance,
You know, I
cousins
think-
and aunts, and you're just kind of like,
yeah.
oh, now I'm forced to be here?
Yeah,
Thank you for,
I think a lot of it too. I think when you have family in a situation like that, seeing family is great. But I think initially the idea is great. Oh, I'll be close to them. I'll see them all the time. But the reality was I was working.
you were you were 18 hours
Yeah,
in the kitchen.
Exactly. So, but you know what? I enjoyed my time in London. I don't know if I would ever do it again. I mean, I think as a young chef, you have a lot to prove. You're full of piss and vinegar.
And you have the endurance.
Yeah, to do it, right?
Yeah.
So those long freaking days. Not that we still do long days. I still do 14 hours today. So
That's
I'm
a cakewalk.
yeah, that's a cakewalk. But honestly, there was moments that I would go into the kitchen and like full of dread. Like that's a term I've used. I know it is a little harsh, but that's what it was. Like because you're the only friggin' English speaking guy. These are all French guys. And they don't particularly want to talk to you.
No, so did you pick up French easily?
You pick up kitchen French, what they say. But I wouldn't say no. I wouldn't say French. My wife, although on the other side, she's fluent in French.
So you should have her.
I should, but I don't. But anyway, I think at the same time, it was a great experience. I'd recommend any young chef to do a stint in any country, really. Just to get a little bit of, just something that you can add to your repertoire as you get older as a chef. You go to all these different restaurants, you pick up new skills, you learn how to taste differently, you learn how to make different dishes, you're interacting with new different chefs, you're learning along the way, you're picking up things along the way. I think that's what's the most important thing.
Does it feel weird doing that, going I guess I'll call it kitchen hopping from kitchen to kitchen? Is it different levels, or is it maintained I'm only doing this in Michelin star restaurants?
I mean, for me, it wasn't really about the Michelin star restaurants. I worked in places, high-end restaurants like that, but I always say, if someone asks me that, I'm always a big promoter, and if you're going to start out as a chef or want to become a chef, try and start out as high as you can, because at least at the high end of things, you're learning the way it should be, as opposed to going into maybe the local, pub down the street. You're not going to learn those fundamentals.
You're going to pick up some bad habits.
Yeah, exactly. Not to say that every place or pub or whatever has that. It's just that there are certain habits that like you said, you would pick up in places like that. So I would also always recommend to young chefs to start as high as you can, work as much as you can, and pick up as much as you can, and move on then, learn what you can and then move on. I mean, the industry is renowned for that, right? Unfortunately, that's just the nature of it. I think the rotation of staff in a lot of high-end places, they go through a lot of staff.
Oh yeah, the turnover is incredible.
Turnover, yeah, exactly.
Because is that up to your chef? Your chef presented you with this opportunity to go to France and all that. Did he inform them like, okay, he's gonna start off in Garge Marnier, or is it like he's gonna dishwasher, potatoes, prep, or were you like, no, he's a saucier guy?
No.
You did you work your way up to that?
It was really like you would start and they would put you in wherever they want to put you, and then you didn't.
Did you go through like a trial at first to see
pretty much. Yeah.
handling skills?
I mean, I was a chef de partie at the time, so like basically I was running my own section with a commie or whatever, and they would give you like a 2-week trial working with a senior chef de partie or something like that, just to see how's your flow in the kitchen, are you working with the team, and stuff like that. I mean, it's pretty demanding, right? Like it's for a young chef, there's a lot of pressure, a lot of demand, and it's really it's a labor of love at that point. Right? It's not like you're getting paid a lot of money to do this. Money's shit.
Not in the 90s, it was.
I mean, I remember I was getting paid £124 a week. So, I mean, that's just to give you an idea of the low level, pay that is in. I mean, that's also 20 plus years ago. So I'm sure it's changed since then. I don't know.
It's probably £5 actually. It's still labor of love in the back. Just shut up and keep pumping the food out.
That's funny.
But what was one technique that you took from the experience that you kind of still use to this day or think about?
Oh, that's a good question. I always come back to pastry desserts. Like, I mean, I'm not a tremendous baker or anything, but I spent 2 years with a really high-end pastry chef. One of the first desserts I ever learned how to make was a pistachio creme brulee, and the basis of that creme brulee was 1 pint of milk, 2 pints of cream, 16 egg yolks, 200 grams of sugar.
16 egg yolks?
Yeah.
Holy!
16 egg yolks.
So this is how big of a batch are you making?
So that's a big batch, right?
Yeah.
So it makes 30. But just to your point, you can use that recipe for all sorts of things, not necessarily just creme brulee. You can use it for ice cream. You can use a creme anglaise,
custard,
all those things. So it's one basic method that you can use in several things, but it's one thing I've never forgotten how to do, and it's every time I make a batch of creme brulee, it always brings me back to that sort of moment in time where I was getting my ass kicked, at 17, be told, all sorts of stuff.
A hot fork just waiting to get poked.
Yeah.
Oh
one good one was my chef. He would he would always have like a dish with really hot water for his spoons.
Mm-hmm.
He'd always have, and he'd come up to you at the back of the arm, just I'd get you every time. Yeah.
In the kitchen when I worked at, we had a salamander, and it was like right underneath the pan section.
Yeah.
So if your buddy was pissing you off and you reached over, you just had a pan of hot oil, and he would just all you would smell was just singed hair. He's like, what the fuck? He's like, you're an asshole. I'm like, don't piss me off.
Yeah, you know what's coming. Yeah, exactly.
But the kitchen culture of just being a team and having that shenanigans, but also working in unison as a team is like it just comes with the territory.
Yeah, it definitely does. I mean, it's a very unique job. I mean, it's a very unique industry. It's not for everybody. There's a lot of great things about the industry. There's a lot of shitty things about the industry. I mean, it's changed a lot in the last sort of 10 to 15 years in terms of lifestyle and whatnot. People are getting a little more home time with their families. They're not working as many hours. So I think that's a good thing. But it's certainly come a long way, I think, over the last 10 or 15 years.
Oh, and no, definitely. Food has definitely elevated.
Oh, yeah.
And
I
it's
think
weird to see what ingredients is having its moment.
Mhm.
Like the red cabbage. Cabbage is having its moment right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, how is cabbage having its moment?
Well, cabbage is so humble, isn't it? Like, it's like, I think the more basic, the better in terms of, like, just using cabbage as an example. It's very versatile, it's delicious.
It's only made for coleslaw, and that's it.
No.
Bro. Okay, cabbage rolls.
Yeah. But, like, I just like to use that as an example because, when it comes to food, for me at least, like we were chatting a little bit about earlier about how food could be, you know, those humble dishes that we grew up on, like stews, or for me it was like, excuse me, for like, you know, like a beautiful Guinness stew my grandma would make, you know, with creamy mashed potatoes or whatever it was. Or
Would she put it through like a...
No.
Actually, like masher, like potato masher?
Yeah.
Or the ricer, sorry, the ricer.
No, old school masher, you know.
Yeah.
But I think, like not like a smooth mash, like lumpy mash.
Okay.
Right?
Textural mash.
Yeah, you got that, and then, you know, or what we call bacon cabbage, so like, you know, pork belly or a leg of pork or something like that, just with like nice potatoes, nice white sauce, which is, do you know what white sauce is? It's like
like bechamel?
Just fucking plain old bechamel with shitloads of parsley, just for color.
That is it. That's one of the...
Well, for me, like, that nostalgia is like I'd take that over any, you know, filet mignon any day, you know what I mean? That's just me, but I think
when you can get the, like, if you get a pork belly and the cabbage to its, like, peak of excellence,
Oh,
it is
so good.
So good,
Yeah,
tender.
it is. Yeah.
Both are.
Yeah.
And there's some, like, that fat cap on the pork tender, like,
Yes.
on the
Pork belly.
Yeah. Oh, buddy.
It's the best, right?
Like, I'm salivating right now.
Yeah, it's so good. Like, and I think, like, cuts of meat like that. I mean, you see people talk about what different meats come, like, they're popular and they come and go, like, you know, braising dishes or meats like pork belly or pork cheek or.
I was gonna say, like a beef cheek, like that is
so good,
phenomenal.
We had it on the menu not that long ago, actually, and but it's one of those dishes where, again, you know, it's not that it's a cheap cut of meat, but it's a less thought of meat when it comes to, like, you're getting meat from the butcher. You're not necessarily, I'll have the
I'm
beef cheek.
gonna get a nice T-bone or a porter, you know, something like high end that you just kind of know. It's like you know, I'm getting beef tongue.
Yeah. Oh, another great thing.
Yeah. Oh my God. Boil that. Take the membrane off the tongue and then put it back in, and that meat becomes so tender.
The best. It's the best. I tell people that all the time. They look at me like strange face.
You're from W and shit. That's all you eat with a potato.
Yeah.
You're drunk half the time.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah.
Of course you're gonna eat that. That's all you have. But no, yeah, those cuts of meats, they're having their moments.
They are. I think so too. And I think, you know, price of everything has gone up through the roof, especially for proteins. And, you know, you talk to anyone in the industry and I'll tell you, you know, so it's trying to find that balance of, like, you know, different cuts of meat to use, that we could sort of set the price a little bit. I mean, we have tenderloin on here all the time, but beef tenderloin's so expensive now. Like, I mean, Jesus, it's $20-odd a pound. You know, it's up there.
Gotta go to Costco when it's like $35 off.
Oh, yeah, and then it says, yes, $35 off, but then it's $35 off $250, so you're still paying $200 for the bloody.
Oh, I know, but you're like, oh, that's such a better deal.
Yeah.
This is the marketing gimmick. I
Yeah.
love it.
Yeah.
So after your touring in Europe, what was your next stage for you? Like, is that where the catering came into?
No,
or?
I went to work and live in New Zealand then.
Oh, so you went across the other side?
Yeah. I decided to take off to New Zealand. Initially, it was, you know, really just for 6 months, you know. But, you know, again, just ended up for a year there. Worked my way from the North Island down to the South Island, a couple of different restaurants, picking up different things along the way. Really, at that time in my life, I didn't really care where I was working. I was just sort of working to sort of live type of deal, you know, living in the back of a 1975 Mitsubishi Subaru with a massive gaping hole in the oil well. We were putting like liters in there every day.
What's happening?
Yeah, it's like, I hadn't a clue, right? And then eventually some guy told us, by the way, your thing's leaking. So we patched it up with like tin foil. We just, like, it was...
You're a chef, you gotta crack the egg.
Yeah.
That's the trick, everything.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, so New Zealand's pretty cool.
It was a really fun time. Amazing country, amazing people, amazing food. Jesus.
Were you down in like Auckland and Wellington?
I did a little bit of time in Auckland, Wellington, but I based myself primarily down the South Island in a little fishing village called Mapua, which is about a half an hour outside the city of Nelson. More of like I would say like a summer town, you know. Really busy in the summer. I worked at a seafood restaurant
I
there.
was gonna say like there's gotta be like fisheries around there.
Dude, the seafood there really is some of the best seafood I've ever had. Like the mahi there, fuck me, so good. Like it's just.
I've only had mahi once in my life,
It's so good.
and it was incredible.
Yeah,
I was
really
like,
good.
"What am I eating right now?"
Yeah. I think.
And I had nothing. I can't find it, and I'm like, I want it the way I had it.
Yeah.
I don't want to make it for myself. I want it to be made for me the way that I had it originally. I don't know if it was just something brand new flavor, and I was just like, "Wow, this is incredible!" Or like, did I just not know anything?
It's a pretty tasty fish, and I think like obviously fresh fish is always gonna taste better, but like something like mahi caught there and eating it there, like it's very different to getting mahi here in Canada.
7 weeks on a container, frozen,
I mean,
refrozen.
You
5
can get it.
times.
You go down to the fish market in Toronto, you get mahi for sure, but like I mean, you're not a fucking patron, and always you don't know how long it's been there, right?
Yeah.
But my point is sort of that the fish there in New Zealand, like where we were, like just experience living there and working there and in that environment, it was really special. Really special. I'd love to revisit it actually. Never been back, but eventually I'd love to get back.
On your days off, did you end up going to like visiting Australia or Tasmania?
No, unfortunately not. Just ended up staying in New Zealand. We were supposed to go to Thailand after that, but
Through the just the Middle East, not Middle East.
but down that way, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that never happened. I just ended up coming back to Ireland, and then 6 weeks later, I was in Canada. So that was that.
Wow, what a turnover.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, but coming to Canada was like such a freaking, like it was a life changer. It really was. Like initially, I was only coming here for 6 months. Like that was it. I had a friend living in Vancouver actually. I was going to go to Vancouver for 6 months. Had a job lined up, and then things changed. Another friend of mine decided that he wanted to come with me, so we ended up going to Toronto instead. And then,
Boo! I would have gone to Vancouver.
dude, you know what? Yeah, people say that to me, but I love Toronto. It was so good to me when I came to Canada first in 2007, 2008, and I just think it had so much to offer, and it was so different to anywhere else I'd been.
I know people do rag on like, oh, Toronto sucks, it's overpopulated.
they do.
But you know
I
what? There's
understood
so
that.
many sub niche in like cultures there.
Yes, that's what makes it really so cool.
I'm going a little Italy. I'm going a little Greek. I'm going a little Iran next. I'm
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
everywhere. Like,
It was amazing.
yeah.
I worked in this restaurant. I took a job at a place called Allen's. And anyone's familiar with Toronto, it's an institution. It's right at Broadview and Danforth. It was owned by a guy called John Maxwell, who had a couple of different restaurants in Toronto through the 90s. Subsequently sold Allen's about 10 years ago. But he ended up sponsoring me for, 3 years.
how'd that come to fruition?
Well, it was...
Is it because of your culinary background and all the contacts?
He had... so when I came over, I applied for the job through the internet before I come over. I didn't really know anything about it. It's not like today there was social media and stuff like that the way it is today. So you couldn't really go online and check out what was what. But either way, came over in November, started working there in January, and then sort of the rest is sort of history. Right? I met my wife in between that as well. I forgot to mention that.
Oh, I hope when she listens, I hope
Yeah,
she,
yeah.
you did make it. You did make the show.
Sorry, but and then after Allen's, then I went to work for a company in Mississauga. Like they're a chain, a restaurant chain called the Pump Group. They own a couple of different places there in Mississauga, and did that for a couple of years. Then I think at that point I was sort of getting a little bit, I don't know, tired of it. I wanted to try something different.
Going from like European cuisine coming here to a chain, like was that like the repetitions of it? Like
very different, and
like,
something that I hadn't experienced before.
It's a set menu. It is what it is, and you
Yeah.
just cook that for the next 3 years.
Yeah, pretty much, right? And it was,
So you're like, what is going on
You
here?
know, I think initially I was a little bit, but then again, after about 6 months, you get to see that this is a business at the end of the day, right? So, yes, it's not like high-end dining. It is casual, middle-of-the-road sort of dining that I'd say 80%, 90% of Canadians are familiar with, and they sort of eat at those typical restaurants, you know, for Monday to Sunday, like places like Jack Astor's and places like that. Anyway, I think, you know, it definitely gave me a different perspective on the different side of the industry. Like, I've never worked in places like that before, so I had a lot of appreciation for it. It was different.
Like the Alfredo comes in the bag.
Oh, no, it wasn't that bad now.
Oh no! The mashed potatoes are frozen in the steam bath.
Oh, we made everything on site, but it was just the style of food. Like, you know, it was like chicken parm, a lot of pasta, pizza, that type of stuff. You know, it wasn't. There was nothing out of a bag, thankfully. I didn't.
Well, okay, so you were not in that transition yet.
No. But it was like. Because previous to that, my visa had run out, right? So I was no longer being sponsored anymore. So I was.
You're an illegal.
I was an illegal for a small period of time. So this guy offered me a job and paid me in cash. So it was sort of like, you know, I took the job thinking, okay, I'm only doing this for maybe 6 to 8 weeks, and then I've been there for 2 years. So.
It's still 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah. Fuck.
Whatever they tell you, 6 to 8 weeks.
I know what I gotta say. I had a fucking great time working there. It's great people, like really fucking awesome people. And they had like an Italian branch, which I managed. Their Italian restaurant for a little bit. Small, tiny little place, like 40 seats, but it was jammers every freaking day of the week. Winter through summer, like it was just packed all the time. Great little spot, like, you know, I mean, you know, we did pizzas and pasta and that type of thing. Really busy little spot, like young people, you know, 20, 25, that sort of demographic. It was, but I enjoyed it. Down on Port Credit there.
Oh, Port Credit, Mississauga.
Yeah. Port Credit's lovely, actually.
Oh, it's a
it's after coming on a lot.
Very nice little sub pocket.
Yeah, totally.
Kind of like Dundas.
Ooh.
Dundas is where we are.
Yeah.
It is awesome there.
It definitely has some similarities in terms of like that small town feel. Like, I love Dundas because it's got that, right? It's got a great community feeling to it. All the folks here that I talked to or bumped into with small businesses along the street here have all been very welcoming over the last year, and so we really appreciate that. Well, it's been a great transition here, in fairness, like it really has, and just happy to be here. Happy to get some business,
That is the goal. So when did Clay Pot Catering start, and why did you choose Clay Pot name?
Oh, that's a good question. I get asked that all the time. If I'm being really honest, the name itself, I'm fucking stoned when I smoked the joint. I was like, I need to come up with a freaking name for this fucking business. And I was like, Clay Pot Catering, that's good.
That just rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, and that was sort of it, really. There's no like crazy story around to it.
I had an epiphany. Yeah. I was looking in some kitchen store, and there was the clay pots there, like beaming at me.
Oh yeah.
No, I was fucking stoned, and you know what? It just was a fun thing to say.
My wife and I and a couple of our friends were sitting around. We were playing poker, and this was just after COVID, or just when COVID started, or before. I can't really remember. And I just started doing a couple. I was working full time for Gordon Food Service at the time.
Oh, Bill Gordon.
So like we were sort of on a bit of a hiatus with they let people go sort of thing. So I was still sort of working but not working.
Yep.
Anyway, so I started doing this stuff on the side. So I had done a couple of gigs at people's houses, and it's like, you know, people had asked me for cards. I had no cards or anything at this point. I was just sort of doing everything on it.
Word of mouth, and so here's my number.
Yeah. Write it on, or give me your hand. And write it back. But it was like, come up with names. So we're all thinking, throwing some names out there. I was like, Clay Pot Catering sounds really freaking cool. And I was like, oh yeah, it has a nice ring to it. So anyway, that's the story.
Sounds elegant.
Yeah.
You're going to get good products. And you're just back there, just hammering shit out.
Oh, dude.
Because like there actually is a clay pot.
Yes, There is.
Did you ever use one in your life?
Yeah,
in your
of course.
career?
It's a tagine pot we have. It's a
Okay.
like the old Turkish clay pots that they use for cooking. So that's sort of where the idea came from initially when we were coming up with it. But I think when we were trying to find a storefront, coming up with a name for the storefront was like, we keep the name Clay Pot Catering over at the store, or we try and sort of separate that but keep
Have two branches.
You know, like, we are the shop, but we also offer catering, so that's sort of how the Heritage Pantry by Clay Pot.
Were you stoned when you made that one too?
No, it wasn't. I wasn't. I have to say it wasn't. That was something that I had in the back of my mind for a while. You bastard.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so good. That's so good.
Cut.
Because one thing at Heritage Pantry that is like become a fan favorite
Yeah.
is this Yorkshire
Yeah.
roast beef
Yeah. So this is
sandwich here. Like, look how fluffy that thing is. Like, that is incredible.
Now, granted, it's been sitting out for like half an hour, so
Yeah, I know. So, but I'm gonna eat it.
don't forget to dip it in.
I
the
know
shit.
the red wine au jus.
Yeah.
So
Beautiful
Yeah.
Yorkshire pudding sandwich.
here we
Shaved
go.
roast beef. Oh yeah, that was a good bite now.
Mhm.
That's good. Let me get you a napkin. Jesus. What sort of host am I? Here.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, so we put this on the menu. Our sous chef, Chris, came up with this fantastic idea of doing some sort of Yorkshire pudding sandwich. So we thought, you know what? What's more traditional than Yorkshire pudding and roast beef, right? So finely shaved roast beef, prime rib,
Mhm.
a nice freshly shaved horseradish aioli with fresh chive, just a little black pepper in there, a little bit of salt, finished with a little bit of lemon there too. Well, quite delicious, eh?
That's very, and the Yorkshire pudding is delicate.
Yeah, it's lovely and soft, eh?
Oh my god, it's
And
beautiful.
Yeah. And I think that it took us a while to come up get that recipe right. Obviously the traditional Yorkshire pudding.
16 egg yolks.
Yeah, a lot of egg yolks, man. It's the same creme brulee recipe. That's what it is.
Well,
Just turn it into
it cooked differently. It's beautiful.
That's funny. But yeah, so.
Oh,
Shoot.
that's okay. It's alright.
Is that alright?
Yeah.
Okay, you can cut that out. But there's a couple of different. So we also have our duck confit sandwich. So
Oh, nice.
confit our duck legs, and then we do a pickled red cabbage red cabbage coleslaw, pickled daikon and carrot, a nice gochujang aioli, and a black sesame seed bun. Really delicious.
Oh, wow.
I should have made you one of those as well.
Ah!
Although I do have a cheesecake for you.
Is it clay from the clay pot?
It's not in a clay pot. It's on a clay plate.
Clay plate.
Yeah, clay plate.
Well, I'm getting half of it, so.
Okay.
Well, you can see he's live. He's going to the back right now to get me a cheesecake that is supposed to be done through a clay pot. But yeah, come down to the Heritage Pantry. Come get your sandwiches here, and you have a beautiful gourmet option behind us here. It is really, really good. You walk in, you walk out, you go home, and people are going to be like, hey, I made this all by myself. You can play it off and say that, yeah, you learned how to cook gourmet.
Okay.
All right. Holy smokes, look at the size of this thing.
This is a special slice just for you.
Wow.
Okay, so this is Chris made this today. So this is our maple caramel cheesecake. We've just finished with some vanilla graham cracker on top for a little bit of texture. So
Jeez, look at that. Look at that.
whatever you finish, you can take home.
Ooh, that is something. Like, that is beautifully
Presented.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. And the denseness of the cheesecake, but yet it's still so high.
It's not like it looks like a dense cheesecake, but really it's actually super light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like the New York bake.
No, it's not like too heavy. It's quite light in its texture and that. I mean, so cheesecake is probably our best seller here. Like we do variations
That is fantastic.
Isn't it so good? Yeah, it's delicious.
Oh my god, that
Yeah.
maple caramel.
Yeah.
That is
Actually, there's
beautiful.
maple almonds supposed to go in that as well.
Oh, that's okay. But I don't know. Oh, that is so good.
Well, I'm glad you enjoy it.
It's nice to have a chef on hand,
Yeah.
isn't it? Do you people like when you go to when you go over to like people's houses and feel like, oh shit,
Yeah.
Chef Anthony's coming over? Like, are people afraid of
I
you?
hope not, because you know,
Like-
like we were talking earlier on, I'm pretty easy to please when it comes to food. I'll eat pretty much anything, so I'm not like difficult to cook for. Some people I'd hate to think people would be intimidated. Like I certainly wouldn't.
He's a French chef. Don't cook anything French. So other than that, you won't know anything. If it's good or not.
Chinese.
Yeah. Let's get his stuff. Go to his place. And go home and present it as.
He won't even fucking know.
No. I present you this. Well, this is absolutely delicious. Well, good because you made it.
Oh man, yeah. But like with the cheesecake, so there's different variations. We had this really nice one. What did he make today? Oh, it was cherry, like a cherry cassis cheesecake. Oh my god, it was freaking so good. So he folds like the cherries through the cheesecake mix, and then makes a compote to go on the top. It's really good, really good. So we have these on like throughout the week. We'll change them up. They're never the same. So tomorrow we'll have something new. The next day we'll have something new. And once they're gone type of thing. So we'll put out maybe 8-10 portions.
Oh wow, that's like a whole cake.
Yeah, so we'll make one a day.
Pretty much a whole
yeah,
cake.
Yeah.
So.
And like I think adding the pastries and stuff into the shop was a really good idea, because I think again, it's nice to pick up a bit of dinner. You get a bit of dessert. You get a bit.
It is. Sometimes you're just like, yeah, I made an appetizer and I made a main.
Yeah.
I'm not content. It's like, oh, like 2 weeks ago I tried for the first. I'm not a baker. I'm not much like of a baker at all. But I tried a lemon poussé.
Oh, right on.
Oh my god! Simple, easy. The
Where did you
custard
have it?
at home.
Oh, you made
Oh, I made it at
Oh,
home.
you made it.
So
Oh.
yeah, I took the lemons. Like, I went through like the first lemon. I went through the rind.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, ah, shit.
Yeah, it's hard to
So-
get it out. Without
Yeah.
going through it,
But after my second one, I was like, okay, I'm a pro now. Mashed it, all the juices out, cooked it with the cream,
Yeah.
or slowly added it to the cream so it didn't like curdle,
Yeah.
and then just take it off the heat, and then put it back into the lemon shell.
Very nice. Very
Oh,
nice.
it was, and then I cooled it.
Very 1970s of you.
Yeah, and then I presented it with a little mint leaf.
Oh,
like
very
I
nice.
was bougie.
You know what? It's not the same if you don't have the mint leaf.
It
What about-
works.
Did you give it some icing sugar too?
I did. I bruleed it.
Awesome.
You're in my head. Get out. I did brulee it. I think the custard it fully didn't set. It wasn't runny, but it wasn't as
Set.
thick as I wanted it to.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm not turned away from it. Like I'm definitely gonna try it again.
Yeah, I love any lemon desserts. Like we do a really nice lemon tart here. It's actually I stole it from Mirepoix's recipe. From his restaurant Harvey's in London back in the 90s. He was the youngest chef to win 3 Michelin stars at that time, and that was his famous dessert that he had on the menu, was like the lemon tart. So we put that on here sometimes. Thanks, Marco.
Yeah, I feel it's a shout out to you.
Yeah.
All right, so around the end, towards the end of the podcast, I like to do what I call my 5 bullet point questions.
Yes.
So there are 5 questions. I just ask all my guests. Number 1 is, what is your first food memory?
My first food memory is I was about, I suppose, 8 or 9, like proper food, but I remember I fucking really enjoyed this thing. So my folks are from the southeast of Ireland, a place called County Wexford. We used to go down there quite a lot as kids. We used to go to this place called Ballygarrett, middle of nowhere. No one's going to know this. It's in middle of nowhere, small little town. But there was this restaurant up the road called The Cottage, tiny little spot. I remember going in there for lunch with my mum and dad, my brothers, and some family members. Sitting down, my dad ordered for me and my brother, so we all had soup to start and a steak, like steak and onions or something like that it was. But it was the mushroom soup that they served with these homemade brown bread, traditional Irish brown bread scones, and like country butter. I just remember the flavour and the texture and the hot and the cold into the soup with the bread.
And how it all mixed together.
Like, it's funny, like, it's
reactionary. It's a reactionary soup.
It sort of was in a way, right? But like, I find like with food is really like it's really like a time capsule in a way. Like you eat something, it brings you back to that moment in time, right?
It
like,
triggers. It just triggers us.
Right, it really does. And I think for me, anytime I go home or I have a mushroom soup or I have traditional Irish soda bread, I'm fucking back there. I'm 9 years old again. I'm sitting in that chair and looking up and I'm like eating this soup. You know, I'm thinking, oh fuck, this tastes so good. But that's probably one of the earliest memories I have of actually tasting the food, like really enjoying it. Like, holy shit, this is delicious.
I just developed a palate.
Yeah. No, honestly, I guess that's a really good way of putting it, because that's the first time it really. Because I think before that, food was just a thing that you put into your body, you consume because your mum told you to.
Yeah.
You know?
Eat your buttered noodles, okay?
Yeah.
Here's your can of alphagetti. I love alphagetti. Loved it. Better than zoodles, hands down. But yeah, I wasn't eating Irish soda bread and having brown buttered crostini mushroom soup. I wasn't there yet.
Oh, man. Yeah,
but that does sound, that's pretty
good memory though.
That is a good memory.
I think anything other than that would be my both grandparents, grandmothers to be exact, were both excellent cooks in their own right. My dad's mum was a really good baker, and my mum's mum was really good at just cooking, you know. And just like to what we were talking earlier on about the stew and stuff, those are the memories I hold dear of like traditional dishes like that, you know. They really bring back the memories. I love it, you know.
Yeah.
I really do, man.
I'm here to share this with you now and see
Yeah.
Why aren't you appreciating this? Do you know what this means to me? Be happy and eat it. Okay, Dad.
Okay.
Number 2 is, what is your favorite herb and spices?
Favorite herb is thyme. Favorite spice is probably nutmeg. Thyme.
Really? The nutmeg. That's an unsaid spice around here.
Yeah, nutmeg. I like nutmeg because, again, it's versatile. It goes into a lot of things. Like,
I think of eggnog.
Yeah, it goes into eggnog, but like, just for instance, like our cauliflower gratin, our potato gratin, has a little bit of pinch of nutmeg in the bechamel, just to bring out that sort of flavor. But it also has sort of it's more of a nostalgic thing, I think, for me too. You know, when I was working, like I was telling you, in the pastry section back those years ago, nutmeg was. I just remember during Christmas time that we'd be making like our spiced drink, whatever it was. We served this nearly like a mule. What do you call those? Moscow Mule.
You know, the Moscow Mule, like a ginger lime.
Yeah, with the spice and stuff in it.
Yeah, with it's subjective. You can put like a sprig of rosemary and some cranberry balls in there.
I guess it was more like a mulled sort of wine.
Oh, mulled.
And it's got like, I had those spices, but I just remember adding like the nutmeg.
It's an allspice rimmer.
Yeah, an allspice rimmer, exactly. That's a good way of putting it. But there you go. And thyme, just because friggin' thyme over everything.
I love it as well, but it's such a bitch to strip.
No, here's it. Next time you're gonna do, when you get your thyme, put it into the freezer for like an hour, and then you take it, just shake it, it all comes off in one go.
That's gonna save me hours.
Yeah, it will.
All right, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try that myth.
Put it into the freezer and then just shake it off, and it'll all just fall off, and then you get perfect thyme leaves every time. And keep the thyme leaves in the freezer, because once you take them out, they'll go black and they'll instantly frost. So you gotta keep it into the freezer.
Oh, okay.
A good hack though.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that. Thank you. Number 3 is, what is your go-to comfort dish?
Ooh, that's a good question. Beans on toast with cheese on top.
That sounds like a healthy hobo's Irish meal.
Okay. So
yeah, I'm stereotyping.
okay, listen. When I was about 10, I had this friend. His name was Alan. Me and him were best friends. But his mum is French lady. Just fucking phenomenal cook. And when we go over to her house, she would make like Irish roast chickens and legs of lamb, blah blah blah. But the one thing she made for us as a snack was like 2 pieces of plain white, like Texas style toast, beans, and Emmental cheese, and then broiled. And it was.
I was like, that's the fake man Swiss.
Yeah, dude, it is fake man Swiss. You see, someone from France would say the freaking total opposite and tell you.
Yes, the Swiss is the fake man's Emmental. Until you get to the smoked Gruyere, which can't be touched by anybody.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic cheese.
It is.
Oh my god.
That on for like onion soup.
Yeah.
Really good.
Oh yeah, that just zhuzhes it up.
Yeah, for sure it zhuzhes it. Or zhuzhes it, however you pronounce it.
Number 4 is, who are you currently following on the Instagram? Who deserves a shout out?
Like food wise?
Or any, like it can be work related, or it can be something that you just kind of get lost
Well,
in.
you know who I started following? He's not food related at all.
That's fine.
Oh, he is sort of. He does like food reviews. This Irish comedian dude. His name's Garen. He's just like I don't know what he is.
Like a one name guy, Garen.
Garen. He's long haired dude. He's pretty popular in like Ireland and the UK. He just like comments on food, or whatever. But he's funny, man. That's what I like him.
Okay.
I don't know. There you go. Hi Garen. How are you doing?
There you go. Shout out to Garen. Follow him.
And his thing he'd say, follow me, I'm delicious.
Oh, there you go. He's got a tagline. He's got even a tagline.
Yeah.
Wow. Throwing that plug out to him.
Yeah.
My last one is my favorite one. What food allergy would you choose and why?
Yeah, I was looking at this question. Like, what sort of a fucking question is this? What sort of
Exactly.
food allergy and why? Maybe lactose, just because I feel like
You wouldn't be able to eat cheesecake.
Yeah, but
you
you
wouldn't
know
have no cream or milk in your coffees.
Well, that's because
Or potatoes.
you know, it also gives me
Oh, indigestion, upset tummy.
all that sort of stuff. I don't know. That's probably lactose or.
Really? Jeez, ice cream, all that fun
I'm
stuff.
not a huge fan of ice cream. Would you believe?
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe that, or what else is there? Gluten free peanuts. I don't know. Maybe peanuts actually. Nut allergy maybe.
Peanuts are easy to contain.
Yeah,
It's easy to contain, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
fucking deadly.
And it can be deadly. Yes, you can die pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Chef Anthony, thank you so much for coming onto the pod to talk.
My pleasure.
It
Thank
was
you.
great.
Thank you.
Before we leave, what are your handles? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. They're the only two that I use. I haven't got to Snapchat or any of those ones that the kids do these days. But yeah, my handle for Instagram is the Heritage Pantry _ Claypot Catering.
Oh, he's incorporating the two.
Yeah,
There you go.
Slide that in there.
All right. Perfect. Thanks, Chef.
No worries. Thank you.